Welcome to Murder Minute, presented by the podcast Murder in America. In today's video, we're taking you on a tour of the post office where the infamous 1986 Edmond Post Office shooting took place in Edmond, Oklahoma. If you love true crime, you can listen to more productions like this by listening to our podcast Murder in America on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Our show links are in the description of this video. Going postal. You've probably heard that phrase before. It means that someone goes crazy, gets violent, and unleashes their demons onto others. But did you know that the Edmond, Oklahoma post office shooting, which took place in 1986, was the event that gave birth to the phrase going postal? The shooting that occurred on August 20th, 1986 at the U.S. Post Office in Edmond, Oklahoma was, at the time, the state's largest and the nation's third largest mass murder committed by a single individual in a single incident. It was really one of the first major mass shootings in America, and it's a shooting that a lot of people still remember. Oftentimes when a massacre occurs, the building where it took place will be demolished, but not the Edmond Post Office. In an act of resilience and strength, the post office remained standing after the massacre and is still an operational post office today. Outside of the building, however, you can see a memorial to the victims who lost their lives in that very place decades ago. I wanted to visit to pay my respects to those who lost their lives that day and to document the way that the building looks before eventually it's demolished. Inside of the post office, there's an absolutely eerie vibe. It didn't help that the day that I visited, the area was being pummeled by a thunderstorm. Although no workers were slaughtered in the lobby area of the post office, the energy that stains the building is palpable. Right behind these walls and rows of mailboxes, on August 20th, 1986, a man named Patrick Sherrill entered the post office with a few pistols and shot 14 of his co-workers to death and injured 6 more. If you look at the diagram of the shooting, you can see that a number of these murders happened right behind the walls that I was videotaping that day while walking through the building. Allegedly, Patrick was fed up with being reprimanded by his supervisors and for being disciplined at work, and he decided to come to the post office the day after receiving disciplinary action and slaughter as many people as possible. He went one by one, finding workers, shooting them, and making sure that they were dead. To this day, the massacre that occurred right here in this building remains the second most deadly workplace shooting in U.S. history, right behind the El Paso Walmart shooting that took place in 2019. This massacre inspired a number of other post office shootings in the 1990s, including incidents in Michigan, California, and New Jersey. But after all, visiting the office gives one a message of hope. Even though the area was stained with darkness, the work and life in general marches on. But nonetheless, this is a crime that will be remembered throughout history for its senselessness, its brutality, and its randomness. Rest in peace to all 14 workers who died that day. If you love true crime, go listen to Murder in America on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get podcasts. And once again, thank you for tuning in to today's Murder Minute. We're going to be back soon with more crime scene tours and true crime stories. And if you don't subscribe already, be sure to subscribe, like the video, and leave us a comment letting us know where you'd like us to go tour next.